this, new shit, crusade, new wave, new drip, toupee, day trip, suitcase. What is up, guys? It's MCD at WCR, and I'm back today with another reaction. This time on my favorite Korean girl group, Dreamcatcher. I reacted to a couple of their tracks a few months ago before I had a break. I reacted to Scream, which is actually genuinely possibly my favorite K-pop track of all the ones I've reacted to. I like to put it on in my car, and it's made it to, you know, my personal playlist, and I drive around my car with it thumping out of the speakers, and I like to pull up on old people on the street, so that's cool. I love that track. Boca was a great track as well, and I need to do the third in the Dystopia trilogy. I will revisit that and do the third track, but I see they have released a track within the last month called Justice, so that is what I'm going to check out today. We're going to have a little look-see at that. Don't know anything about it, don't know what it's about, don't know how well it's been received, but we're going to react to it for the first time today, so let's get on with it. If you're new to the channel, smash that like and subscribe button because it really helps me out, and without further ado, let's get into it. This is Dreamcatcher with Justice. Nice Renaissance painting there. It's very artistic. They like... So, from what I can remember of Scream and Boca and stuff, they do like making very artistic music videos, and that is kind of the point I like about music videos in a lot of ways, and the medium in general, is that they can be like mini movies. They're not just a visual performance of the track, they're like actual pieces of art that complement or enhance the message of the song, which, you know, I think it's great. They're like miniature movies, Dreamcatcher's music videos. They're awesome. So quite striking imagery straight away. That whoa in the background there. It's got a very almost uplifting tone to it so far. It feels quite grand and epic. There's a sword there. As I say, it feels kind of epic and almost fantasy-esque. In terms of audio presentation, it kind of gives me that grand fantasy anime even, or like Lord of the Rings kind of, maybe not Lord of the Rings, but you know, that big fantasy kind of vibe. I keep saying fantasy, I'll say it again. Fantasy. And the sword there is kind of classic imagery, really. She's dressed as an angel there. I do remember them talking about angels and stuff in Boca for sure. That's a very cool shot. Vocal effect is cool. Alright, a little bit to unpack there. Let's go back to the bridge first. It's like, do you know what that reminds me of? Like We Will Rock You by Queen. It's got that kind of dun dun cha kind of tempo to it. Yeah, very big. I want to say like a stadium kind of sound. You can imagine everyone clapping on the snare. So yeah, this is cool. Really, really heavy groove in that riff. Love that drum fill too. got a phaser on her vocals that makes it wobble from side to side like that. I often call it the sticking your head out the car window when you're driving along effect. It makes your voice go whoa, 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 whoa. Or when you're driving and you have the windows down, and the air is like coming in and out, and it plays with your ears. Yeah, it's really, really, really huge vocal. And yeah, justice makes me fight. You can reinterpret that as fighting for justice. Yeah, it's huge anthemic hook. Definitely feel it was made with stadiums and amphitheaters in mind. The rap section. She's got such a cool voice. It's like a low, husky voice with a very smooth rap cadence that it just fits nicely on the beat. You know, it's not just put there for the sake of being put there. It complements the song really well. It's a great track so far. I really, really dig it. Probably my second favorite after Scream. Sick choreo. You know, obviously there you've got her shackled by restraints of some kind, and it's the classic trope of breaking free of restraints. And she's saying it's justice, the hunt for justice or seeking justice gives her that energy to break free of her shackles and fight. Pretty. Did you hear that bass? That sounded wicked. The way it's the groove that come in. So that's quite a poignant shot where she shoots the arrow at the crown there. I'd interpret that as basically, well, the way I see it is like the crown is the elite, the powers that be, the powers that control the world, maybe. And this is fighting back against those, the people that oppress us and keep us down, and basically taking the crown or destroying the crown. Almost like a civil uprising, I guess, in search of justice. All right, winding down now. What's the symbolism there? It's weird 'cause she's putting like a cassette tape in, which is very, you know, pre-1998 or something. But then she's on her phone, which is very modern. So this is obviously going to lead to something more like a sequel. Is it going to be similar to the trilogy they did before, maybe? Let me know in the comments if you know, and we'll obviously check that out when it arrives. But in the meantime, what did I think of that? Yeah, that was awesome. It rivaled Scream for me. I mean, I love Scream. That is just such a hard track. It is dope. But this was equally as good, but it was more uplifting. It wasn't as ominous as the Dystopia trilogy. It was more about breaking free from your chains, and it was more uplifting and and had a sense of optimism, like an overarching sense of optimism, both in terms of instrumentation and vocal performance, and the visuals as well. You know, it all was basically channeling this inner energy to fight for what you believe in, and to take the crown of the oppressors or the powers that be or the people that keep you down and commit crime and stuff. Like there's a line in there, something about criminals, and how I interpret it is that most of the powers that be, including our world governments and stuff, are criminals. You know, they commit crime all the time in the name of justice, whereas really they're just out to benefit themselves and make themselves richer and more powerful at our expense. But it's all under the guise of justice, you know, and that's kind of how I felt about it. That's my interpretation. The great thing is these videos are often open to multiple interpretations, but yeah, really, really strong vocal performance. Some massively huge notes in there, especially in the hook. I think it would sound amazing in a stadium. It would sound amazing anywhere, but in like a stadium, I can really imagine the whole crowd getting behind it and just these huge amphitheaters just singing back the chorus and stuff. And yeah, I loved it. You know, I loved the groove, the more groovy rock riff on the bridge that leads into the chorus, which has a more contemporary thrash sort of riff to it, and loved the drum fills and the bass in there. It was just a really well put together track, and it's another banger from these guys. I've reacted to 3 tracks now and they've all been great, but I will go back now and review the last track of the trilogy, because I haven't done that yet, and I said I would, and I promised I would, and I want to see how the trilogy ends. I just thought, oh, this is new-ish. I'll get on that and see what it's all about. So yeah, I really like that track. Again, I don't know what the reception's be. Don't know if you guys are loving it or not, but let me know down in the comments, because I'll be interested to know your thoughts. And I will catch you in my reaction to Odd Eye, is it called? Yeah, I will catch you when I react to Odd Eye, but also let me know if there's any other Dreamcatcher tracks or where I should go next in the comments, and I'll get to it. But yeah, I love that. Again, visually really impressive, sonically insanely good, like vocally just brilliant. Thank you for rocking with me, and I will catch you in the next one. Until next time, peace.
Who this? New shit, crusade, new wave, new drip, toupee, they trip, suitcase, my name.